Hello, good morning from a really rather glorious Thursday the 9th. I'm FX Blue, and despite yesterday's tumble, I'm back on the air wheel for the market brief. So inflation looks unlikely to pull back in the short term, and the cost of living crisis means households will have to cut back. Now, cutbacks usually lead to less activity on the high street, driving retail sales low, and typically this would ripple through the economy, contributing to a slowdown. Indeed, we've had several economic brainiacs forecasting the UK to have the slowest growth in the G7 next year. I mean, that is apart from Russia, obviously. However, where a slowing economy would usually see inflation fall as activity drops, that's just not happening at the moment. And there are several external factors contributing to inflation, like energy prices. Petrol is getting, quite frankly, ridiculous, with prices close to £2 a litre at the pumps. And the energy price cap is set to go up again in October. So it may be a pretty chilly Christmas for those facing the heat or eat dilemma. So the Bank of England has a rather challenging time ahead. Right now, they need to tighten monetary policy to help tackle inflation. But when growth stagnates and that recession really looms large, they'll need to reverse that, or they may need to, and loosen policy to encourage growth once again. Where inflation will end up within all that, that's anyone's guess at the moment. Answers on a postcard, please. Or in the comments below. You know, I'm all one for free choice. In the market, sterling rather bumbled along yesterday within the recent trading range between 125 and 126 against the dollar. We opened this morning around 125.20 and we are around 116.80 against the euro. Now, over in the US, the Fed remains laser focused on tackling inflation, but there is a feeling creeping into the market that activity might be starting to slow down. This is all part of the plan. An expectation has always been that it will take some time for the Fed action to bear fruit. We'll have weekly jobless claims released later today. That's expected to remain around the 200,000 new claims mark. And then tomorrow we have inflation data, where the headline figure is expected to remain at 8.3% in May, and core inflation without food or energy is expected to have pulled back a little. So inflation appears to have topped out in the UK, but in the US, but it is remaining stubbornly high with all the external factors that remain in place. Many are calling for an increase to the oil supply, but that would only contribute to part of the solution, and of course it would take plenty of time to trickle down anyway. In the market, the dollar index continued trading in a pretty narrow range yesterday, around 102.50, and this morning euro dollar opens around 107.15. Right, well that's it. Celebrate with me. We did it without falling off. Go me.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FX Blue.